So in 2024, my Tuesday blog emails had a 56.65% open rate and an 11.49% click rate on average. Crazy, right? That just proves that when you deliver valuable content, your audience will show up and engage. Today, I'm going to show you how blogs can do the same for your email marketing. Drive clicks, build trust, and keep your audience coming back for more. Let's dive in. Hi, friends. Welcome back to the Inbox to Income podcast. My name is LIEZLE, and I'm here to help you take the overwhelm out of email marketing for your e-commerce store. Whether you're new to this or just need a little confidence boost, you're in the right place. Every week, I'll show you how to turn those store browsers into loyal, repeat customers, all while saving you time and money. And trust me, you don't need to be a tech wizard to make this work. All right, let's get into it. We're talking about blogs today and how they can seriously level up your email strategy. When I first started my first Shopify store, I kept hearing about blogs being great for SEO. Honestly, I didn't even know what that meant back then because SEO really felt like this big, confusing thing that I was not ready for. Fast forward 6 years, and I get SEO now, but here's what surprised me the most. Blogs ended up being so much more than just traffic drivers. They became the foundation of my email marketing strategy. Here's why. Blogs aren't just for SEO. They're a way to engage your audience beyond the buy now emails. They give your readers something valuable and help you build a real connection. And the best part is they make your audience trust you. When you consistently share helpful, relevant blogs, people start looking forward to hearing from you. For our audience, Tuesdays became blog days, and it gave us a chance to show that we cared about more than just making sales. But here's the thing, just writing a blog isn't enough. You need a system to tie it all together with your email strategy. Plus, I know creating content is something that stresses you out, and this weekly blog or video show will help you out with that. Let me tell you about my strategy. So, my first step is all about using my e commerce email marketing planner to map out your blog topics for the year. In last week's episode, I talked about how I use this planner's calendar to guide my email strategy. And this week, I want to go deeper into how I exactly decide on the blog or video show topics that drive our content throughout the year. Here's how I do it. First, I start with our product launches. I use AI to brainstorm all the questions and answers my ideal customer might have about a specific product. Then I turn those questions into 3 to 4 blog topics, which I schedule on the calendar leading up to the product launch. These blogs prime the audience by educating them about the product so that by launch day, they already know what they need to know and they're ready to buy. I repeat this strategy for new collections and sales events, which gives me about 15 to 20 weeks of content. Next, I'll tackle buyer objection. I sit down and I brainstorm, with a little help from AI, 6 to 8 of the most common buyer objections or hesitations my ideal customer might have about my products or business. Every 6 to 8 weeks, I schedule a blog that directly addresses one of those objections. And this ensures we're breaking down barriers and building trust consistently throughout the year, accounting for about 6 to 8 weeks of content. Now we look at seasonal trends or special occasions relevant to our audience. These topics align with your audience's needs during specific times of the year. questions they're asking, seasonal trends, or niche specific events. For example, when I sold faith-based art, I created a blog about how to decorate the perfect Easter dinner table. These seasonal blogs fill in another 10 weeks of content. I also make sure to sprinkle in some personal stories every 2 to 3 months. These blogs give your audience a chance to connect with you and your team on a deeper level. And that's about 5 to 6 weeks worth of content, even more if your story is amazing. And finally, I use the remaining 8 to 10 weeks for behind the scenes content, sharing how products are made, where supplies are sourced, or the stories that make your brand unique. This keeps your audience engaged and builds that all important connection that we're after. By the end of this process, you'll have a balanced strategic plan for your blog content that covers all 52 weeks of the year. This approach ensures your blogs are relevant, timely, engaging, and perfectly aligned with your strategy. Now, once your blog is live, it's time to get the most mileage out of it by repurposing it into multiple formats. This part is key because one blog can create a ripple effect across all your marketing channels and remove the overwhelm for you. The first and most obvious place to start is your email. I want you to think of your email as the teaser and not the full story. You want to give your audience just enough information to spark curiosity and get them to click through, but not so much that they don't need to read the full article. It's super important for your deliverability from your email service provider like Klaviyo that the clicks are there. So here's how I do it. I write 2 to 3 short paragraphs that summarize the blog and include a little intrigue. For example, in the Easter blog email we spoke about earlier, I might say, for my secret napkin folding hack that'll wow your guests, check out the full blog here. That little bit of curiosity is what gets people clicking and engaging. And that in turn increases your deliverability, your click rates, your overall engagement rate of your emails. Next, you want to take that image you created for the blog email and use it on your social media. I personally use later.com to schedule content for Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Then I'll set a reminder on my phone for the day the blog goes live. Use that time to record a quick reel or go live on social media to tease the content of the blog and encourage people to check it out. And then to really drive long-term traffic to my blog, I use AI to brainstorm 20 hooks related to the topic. I turn each hook into a Pinterest pin and schedule them out, one per week. That's 20 plus weeks of traffic to your blog done in one sitting. And I know it can be done because I do this every month. Now, if your blog is a video show like mine, you've got even more options. I create short clips from my YouTube videos and schedule them to YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And when you think about it, one piece of content can easily turn into 30 plus pieces. And the best part, you can batch all of this in a single day. So here's where the magic happens. That's when you start digging into your data. And at the end of every quarter, I sit down with my quarterly email campaign tracker spreadsheet, which, by the way, is one of the bonuses included in the e-commerce email planner. And then I review all my email campaigns. I highlight the emails with the highest engagement, things like open rates and click rates, and then take a closer look to figure out what made them so effective or what made them tank. In 2024, for example, I noticed a few patterns my audience absolutely loved. And these were emails with 2 short, punchy paragraphs. So I obviously A/B tested long form versus short form. clear call to action buttons instead of just the links, and practical tips, especially around entertaining and our behind the scenes, how we made it stories. So once I saw those patterns, I leaned into them. I looked at my calendar again, looked at what we had planned, and I removed a few topics that I knew wasn't hitting the mark as much as the how I made it ones. And I made a point to write that how I made it blog every month as part of my client's subscription business. And those emails consistently started performing better than anything else. So we pivoted, and that was just because I was looking at the data. But the impact doesn't stop there. Analyzing the data even inspired new areas of our marketing. For instance, we started hosting monthly Facebook Lives where we share the behind the scenes stories. And these sessions have been such a hit with the audience. And honestly, I wouldn't have thought to try them if I hadn't taken the time to review what was working. When you think about going live on Facebook, first of all, I know it's intimidating. It's taking me a long time to jump on that bandwagon. But you think about going live to sell your product. Um, but what's been happening and what I think Facebook Lives are all about is building a real connection and starting the conversation with your audience. Now, having these blog topics really gives you the opportunity to show them that, first of all, you care, and secondly, that you have something to talk about. The specific, let's say, the napkin folding thing. Go into detail. Tell them how it came to be, what happened, how you got there. And that really, once again, builds that relationship. Now, blogs aren't just about driving traffic. They're really about creating those connections, delivering the value, and building the trust with your audience. And when you turn them into a cornerstone of your email strategy, the results can be incredible. So thanks for hanging out with me today. If you're ready to start planning blogs that boost engagement and make email marketing easier, you can grab my e-commerce email marketing planner. It's just a simple Google sheet, but it's packed with bonuses like the email results tracker and an AI prompts guide to help you brainstorm. And seriously, it's the exact system I use in all my clients' businesses. And it's what keeps me on track and helps me create emails for multiple clients at the same time. The best part, it's only $7 with all the bonuses included. And you can grab the planner from the link in the show notes. Let's make your email marketing unstoppable in 2025. If this episode was helpful, I'd love it if you'd share it with a friend or leave a review. Until next time, happy emailing, and I'll see you back here next week for more email marketing goodness. Goodbye, my friend.